Hi everybody, I hope you're all well. I hope you have woken up with only positive thoughts in your head. I woke up with the best of intentions. All my Crohn's symptoms are basically gone except for the excruciating pain. And I no longer know whether the pain in front is because of my back or whether my back is so sore because of my colon. I went to order some building material yesterday and had to stand around for a long time, and this morning I'm like someone with ants in their pants. I cannot sit, cannot stand, cannot lie down. By 10 o'clock I already had 2 lots of pain medication. Anyway guys, that is just to let you know so that if you listen to me and I sound like I sucked on a helium balloon, you know exactly why. Anyway, so let's talk about Harry's visa application, and I'm warning you, it is going to turn into a rant. Now look, I do not want to offend anybody. I have gotten to know so many people in America since I started this channel, and even before that I dealt with Americans through various jobs and ventures I had going. And honestly, they appeared to be some of the nicest, most jovial, hospitable people I have ever come across. But since the previous administration took over, up until this very day, I hear American politicians talk about corruption and lawlessness or whatever else in South Africa or whichever country. And I want to yell out, sweep in front of your own bloody door first. And today, America in the form of Homeland Security and the American judiciary has reason to hang their heads in shame. Really, don't you think, Judge Nicol, that the entire world had been watching the Harry and his visa case? Hell yes. Even here in the bottom end of Africa, we had been waiting and watching. Or are you one of those stupid, ignorant people who think that we do not have internet and the elephants and lions are still walking in the street? No, Judge, I do not think there is a country in the world where at least a handful of people had been watching this. And you, Judge Nichols, has just made a huge fool of yourself by trying to make a fool of us, the public. Can you imagine? I bring you a document for a case which is so redacted that the only words you can read are basically I and we and this and that. Imagine your anger, frustration, and you will likely charge me with contempt of court should I do that. Well, Judge, your contempt for the Heritage Foundation, their lawyers, and human beings across the world is utterly disgusting. You are an embarrassment to your profession and your country. Yes, folks, the document was so redacted and blocked out that the Heritage Foundation still does not have their question fully answered. Did Harry, or did he not, declare his drug use? Although they are saying that from the information, or the little bit of information they could get, they are basically convinced that he lied on his application. But of course, so much of it was redacted that they can't say for sure, and now they will have to go back to court. Now, is Nichols playing the fool, wasting his own time and the Heritage Foundation's money? This kind of tomfoolery does not belong in any court, and if a judge thinks it is playing for time and the people will forget, then he's making a huge mistake. By doing this, both Judge Nichols and the Department of Homeland Security has likely just shown us that there's very likely more and worse contained in Harry's visa application, far more than we expected, and he likely lied on his application. Otherwise, there would not have been all this redaction and hiding things if there was nothing to hide. So what now? Trump is clearly not interested. All he is interested in is signing deals, it appears. Don't worry about law and order. Let the money roll in. Let's make the homeless millionaires. Well, wouldn't that be great? At least Harry and company will have more money to buy ayahuasca and mushrooms and weed with, huh? But from whom? I mean, who cares? Let whoever sells him his stash become rich as well. Let's all become rich. Now, while I'm on this rant, let me tell you something. I cannot remember where I read something about Harry and his use of certain things like ayahuasca, weed, mushrooms, etc. And whoever wrote the article made it sound like all his drug use happened in England before he met Meghan and before he had children. Well, my dears, that is not true. Not even a bit. Not only did he tell the world he smoked weed in the United States, but he spoke about ayahuasca as well. Well, my dears, I'm almost 99.99% sure that the majority of British have not even heard of ayahuasca until Harry came out with it. And why would that be? Not because they are stupid, but because ayahuasca is a South American beverage made from a plant grown in South America and the Amazon. Indigenous cultures and folk healers initially used it for spiritual ceremonies and healing psychosomatic ailments. The chances that Harry would be introduced to ayahuasca in England is indeed very, very slim. So he likely got to use it in America for the first time. And who do you think introduced him to it? Well, I'm willing to bet that it was either Doria or his buttercup mates. But my vote goes to the lady with the dreads, okay? But to come full circle and back to the outcome of Harry's visa issue, I find it very hard to actually believe that under normal circumstances Judge Nichols would have allowed this to happen. I can thus only believe that there was some kind of interference. Now, what could it have been? Well, from the royals or political interference. What else? I also read that the federal government declared that Harry did nothing wrong. Really? Well, then the federal government will have to bring back all the drug users they wrongfully deported for the last 20 years. Because, hey, you know what? They did nothing wrong. Okay, guys. Friday is a public holiday in South Africa, so I really want to try and finish that video I've been talking about on Friday. Or maybe, if I'm lucky, it will be done tomorrow. We'll see. Until my dear friend Mr. Crones leaves me alone, I can't tell one day from the other how capable I will be the next day. I would love to have some cortisone prescribed again, but I don't want to go to the doctor, so I will have to suffer another few days. Okay, guys, I'm gone, so please, until we meet again on the next one, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.